when he starts opposite Shane Bieber. When the FanDuel Yankees pregame continues, we will discuss our pitching matchup.
Find out where that road leads. Take on any challenge. When you have the #1 mass market brand and dependability, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Kia, movement that inspires.
My lottery dream home on HGTV. Imagine winning the lottery.
HGTV's My Lottery Dream Home Scratch-Off game from the New York Lottery. Prizes up to $1 million.
This is the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes and intelligent off-road technology, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places. The 2023 Nissan family of SUVs. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or make no payments until July 2023 on select vehicles.
They say those who can't teach, and they're right. Those who can't ignore a child's burning curiosity about the world. Those who can't allow a single kid to quietly slip through the cracks. Those who can't allow the great works of literature to collect dust. Those who can't sit idly by when there's a calling to do something that's much more than a job.
Because those who can't give up on the future teach.
Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor.
I spent a lot of that day in prayer and in tears.
We had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him.
We're just so thankful for every single day. It feels like we've reached a goal, getting to see him live out his life in a joyful way.
He's here because of what St. Jude has done, the knowledge that has been accumulated and shared with everyone else around the world. We're very thankful.
The New York Yankees are on the road to take on the Cleveland Guardians, and the Yankees find themselves plus 132 underdogs on the money line, and we see tonight's over-under sitting at 7.5. Domingo Germán will be on the mound for the Yankees tonight, and let's go to him under 4.5 strikeouts. That's sitting at minus 156. He was very efficient in his first start, racking up 8 strikeouts in just 4.2 innings against the Philadelphia Phillies, but that's because Philly is dead last in the league when it comes to strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching. On the other side, Cleveland, they are very disciplined on the plate, 21st in the league versus right-handed pitching when it comes to their strikeout rate. So ultimately, go to Domingo Germán under 4.5 strikeouts tonight. Next up, on the hitting side of things, Gleyber Torres is in a particularly good spot tonight. He has some success against Shane Bieber, who is absolutely an ace for Cleveland. He's been dominant for them on the mound for a few years, but Gleyber has some success against him with 5 hits in his 9 at-bats against Bieber. So let's go to Gleyber to record a single at minus 110. Gleyber is also off to a very strong start and is going to be batting in the middle of the lineup. All right, so that does it for today. We'll be back tomorrow when the Yankees continue their series versus Cleveland.
Domingo Germán making his second start tonight, Jack. And the first one kind of a mixed bag in which he gave up a couple home runs to the Phillies.
Yeah, a couple of home runs on fastballs. A first inning home run by Schwarber. A later homer in the game by Marsh. You see the 8 strikeouts and no walks, Bob. That doesn't happen by accident. He has really good stuff, and as always, he had a great curveball in that game. They were 1 for 9 with 6 strikeouts against that pitch. The key for Germán is to not get himself in problematic situations where he has to throw that fastball, get himself into some counts where he can use his curveball, use his changeup.
On the opposite side, it's Shane Bieber getting the start for the Guardians, and Bieber is a really good pitcher, Jack, who doesn't have great numbers against the Yankees. 5 starts, pitching to an ERA little north of 6.5.
Yeah, those are some dreadful numbers, and they include the postseason, but I agree with your first comment, Bob. This guy is an elite starter, had an ERA of under 3 in the American League last year, threw 200 innings. He's fastball, slider, cutter, and changeup. and his velocity has gone down in the last couple of years. Something to keep an eye on, because when you lose a little bit of velocity, it's tougher to be able to manage a lineup like the Yankees.
Well, let's take a look at the Guardians lineup that will try to support Bieber, courtesy of Toyota. You see Jose Ramirez batting third. At third base, a .363 hitter in his career against the Yankees. Cleveland coming off a 7-6 win over Seattle, in which Kwan, Jimenez, and Brennan each had 2-hit games. Also batting cleanup, Josh Naylor, a.k.a. Rockin' the Baby. Where do we stand on that? It seems like he's put the baby to bed.
He did say that you would not see that, or we would not see that this year. And, Bob, I love animated players. I love demonstrative players at games. Guy hits a home run and he wants to celebrate. It's fine with me. I did think that Naylor's Rock the Baby celebration was misplaced last year. Your team was losing in this game. Your team was down by 4 runs. Now, perhaps he was trying to get his team excited, and it's not just that he did it once or twice or 18 times, and then he does it rounding third base. He kind of looks at Cole as well. Hey, listen, if this is what gets Naylor fired up, good for him. I will say this as well. When the Yankees countered, Naylor took it well, because if you're going to throw a little animated punch toward the opposition, you better be able to take it if they throw a punch back.
I think the thing we pointed out last year when Naylor did it was the amount that he did it, and the fact that if it's towards his dugout, I get it, but the fact that you're looking at the pitcher that you went deep off of, I'm not sure that was good.
And I think his response would be, I'm trying to get my guys fired up. We finally did something against Cole. I wanted my guys to believe that we could do it. We're still talking about it months later, so it obviously had an impact, but according to Naylor, it will not be seen anymore.
All right, the Guardians are coming off a series loss to the Mariners, while the Yanks are trying to make it 4 in a row to start the season. After one more break on the FanDuel pregame, Jack will give us his key to tonight's opener in Cleveland.
Current eligible Cadillac lessees get this low-mileage lease on this 2023 Cadillac XT4 for around $379 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
This is Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. 200 milligrams of caffeine, electrolytes, and 0 sugar. Start fast with Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
You like that bone? I got a great price on it.
Did you see my tail when that Chewy box showed up?
Oh, I saw it.
Sorry about the vase.
Can we just say vase like normal people?
Fine.
I always wonder what it would be like to have a tail.
Maybe you did one time. Maybe 1,000 years from now, I'll be tailless, using that Chewy app to get you great prices on treats.
I'm pretty sure it takes more than 1,000 years.
Vase.
Pets aren't just pets. They're more.
Vase.
Save more on what they love with everyday great prices at Chewy.
One out, top of the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Hey, Steve, you just got a nice win on FanDuel, and it's just the top of the first. How do you feel?
All those nights of studying film really paid off.
You mean watching baseball?
That's correct.
Whether you want to bet a hit in the first or a homer in the ninth, every at-bat is a chance to win big on FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
Oh, yes! We on a whole nother level now. We about to turn it up.
Nothing.
Yeah.
See ya! A walk-off home run by Aaron Judge.
We gonna turn it up.
The Yankees pregame show on Yes is brought to you in part by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center.
All season long here on Yes, we want to invite you viewers to show us the different ways you support the Yankees. Use the QR code on screen with the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post pictures to social media that reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We may spotlight you in a future game. Pinstripe Pride is brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. So the first of three between the Yanks and Guardians in Cleveland. Let's get your key to the game.
Bob, my key to the game is be like Bieber. And no, we're not talking about Justin and breaking out a microphone and singing one of his songs, which I can't name right now. We're talking about trying to be like Shane Bieber. If you're trying to beat a good pitcher, yes, your offense has to do its job. And the Yankee offense has been great. We talked about the 16 homers in 9 games. But this is about Domingo Germán trying to match Bieber. The Yankees would love it if Germán could get into the 6th inning. Yankees starters are averaging 5 innings per start, putting a lot of stress on the bullpen.
Past couple games, Clay Holmes picked up a couple saves for the Yankees. They don't love using him 3 days in a row, so who would be the closer?
This is really interesting to me, Bob, because I looked at those same notes as you did. I don't think we'll see Holmes today, so I think the end of the game pitchers, as we look at that budget, are Marinaccio and Peralta. And if you ask me right now who's closing the game, I would say Peralta is probably the guy. King was off yesterday, but with that 32-pitch outing a couple days ago, I'm not sure Boone will use him.
And, of course, Terry Francona hoping that Shane Bieber goes deep into the game because they had to use 6 relievers in an extra inning win against Seattle yesterday. That's it for us. We thank you for joining us on the pregame. After a break, we get you to Cleveland. Michael K., John Flaherty with the call, Meredith reporting. And Jack and I will see you on the postgame. Have a great night and enjoy the ball game. Coming up next on Yes and streaming on the Yes app.
We about to turn it up. Oh, yes! Claxton let's go. Case closed. About to be round up. Cole. Swing and a miss. Bases loaded. See ya! We gonna turn it up. Big win!
A rebel took to the streets. He recruited others to join him. They roamed the hood and challenged authority. Community leaders feared them. Religious leaders abhorred them. We have to get them off the streets, they said. But they weren't part of a gang spreading hate and terror. They were spreading love.
Doors lead us to places we've never been. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors. They can help you create a retirement income plan designed to balance growth and guaranteed income, and provide access to specialists to help with estate planning, to look out for future generations. So you're not just growing and protecting your wealth, you're sharing it. Because doors were meant to be opened.
If Jimmy John's new caprese salami pesto was really Italian, it would have
fresh mozzarella, balsamic glaze.
Who are you?
Stevie. We met at Jimmy John's.
Same name.
Same sandwich order?
No.
Jimmy John's new caprese salami pesto.
Distinctive in design, meticulous in craftsmanship, confident in execution. Genesis, a new beginning of what luxury can be. During the Genesis Signature event, lease the 2023 Genesis GV70 for $569 per month exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailer.
DirecTV is a leader in sports, but Jeff doesn't have DirecTV, so he's watching baseball at his weird neighbor's house.
He's all right.
I love watching the game with you.
Call 1-800-DirecTV to guarantee your price for 2 years.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Next stop for the Yankees, Cleveland, Ohio, the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And the Yankees are looking to rock and roll their way through the Guardians at Progressive Field. And it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Cleveland Guardians in the first of 3 from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball. Along with John Flaherty, I'm Michael Kay. Yankees took 2 out of 3 in Baltimore against the Orioles yesterday. Aaron Judge with 2 home runs. Amazingly enough, Aaron Judge, John, had one of the greatest offensive seasons of all time. And after 9 games, he's ahead of his pace.
It's amazing to watch Aaron Judge, what he did last year and the start that he is off to this year. And when we rewind to yesterday's game, he's going to hit a solo shot home run in the 3rd inning to deep center field to start his day off on the right foot. And then later on in the 8th, this is a rocket to left center field. That will be his 4th home run of the year already. If you think back to that MVP season last year, it took him 17 games to get to number 4.
So yesterday was his 28th multi-homer game. There are 5 Yankees ahead of him on the Yankees all-time list. The top of the list, Babe Ruth with 68 such games. Pretty heady company in front of Aaron Judge. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this one. If Judge can do any damage against Bieber, Yankees will be sending Domingo Germán out to the mound. And when he made his first start, 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, didn't walk a batter, and he struck out 8. As for Bieber, 12 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs. The numbers are very good, but the Guardians have not won either of those games. This guy can pitch.
This guy can pitch. He's been doing it for a long time. We know a few years ago he was a Cy Young Award winner, but he does it a little bit differently these days. A lot more cutters and sliders. He is known as a curveball pitcher, but he's incorporated more cutters and sliders because the fastball velocity has dipped. With all that being said, he has a lot to handle for this Yankee lineup tonight.
Amazingly enough, as good as Bieber is, he doesn't have much success against the Yankees. In fact, even including postseason games, 1 and 2, 6.58 ERA, and his ERA against the rest of Major League Baseball is 3.08. So the Yankees must see something, or maybe he just doesn't pitch that well against them. One guy who's going to have to try to tame is Franchy Cordero. What a surprise for the Yankees in the lineup doing damage. Meredith Marakovich talks with Aaron Boone about Cordero next, right here on Yes.
Get exclusive offers on select new Volvo models. Contact your Volvo retailer to learn more.
100% of families battling cancer need hope. That's why my family and I established the Anthony Rizzo Family Foundation. Our mission is to provide both financial and emotional support to families facing a pediatric cancer diagnosis. We provide direct grants to families to pay everyday household expenses, as well as one-of-a-kind experiences so children can look back on their treatment and have something to smile about. Please join us in our fight to help us knock cancer out of the park.
What is your healing power? Helping veterans with PTSD, traumatic brain injuries, depression, anxiety, or loneliness? Is your healing power a simple, heartfelt letter or being a volunteer? At healvets.org, you can find out more about the healing power of pen pals, volunteers, and therapy kits. Help Heal Veterans, together with you, has been helping veterans heal. What is your healing power? Find out at healvets.org.
What's up, everybody? Chef Marcus Samuelson here on Home Plate New York on the Yes app. Come on, man, bring it in. Don't be shy.
From pinstripes to chef whites, Yankee stars take to the kitchen and explore some of their favorite New York cuisine.
This is staple. This is what we grew up. This is actually a gourmet version.
Yeah. Plus celebrities, athletes, and icons join Marcus at some of the hottest tables in town.
That's amazing. I'm proud. Manja.
Check out Home Plate New York, streaming now on the Yes app.
Welcome back to Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. The Yankees and Guardians about to start the first of a 3-game series. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Morakovitz coming to you from Heritage Park. Franchy Cordero is getting another start for the Yankees tonight, and he's been doing well offensively. He's appeared in 4 games so far for the Yankees. He's 5 for 14, had 2 homers in that Orioles series, and has driven in 7 so far. He'll play left field tonight and bat 7th. Earlier, I asked Aaron Boone what he has liked about Cordero.
He's got big-time pop. I mean, you see how easy, that swing yesterday hit that, very few guys hit a ball that hard and as easy as he does it. He's got easy pop. Ball really jumps off his bat. He's a good athlete. He's been one of those guys you've always heard about talent-wise, and it comes for different people at different times, and hopefully, as he continues to gain experience, he continues to learn and develop and grow, and then it's about taking advantage of opportunities.
Just a couple of other lineup notes. DJ LeMahieu has the evening off, but he will be available off the bench. Gleyber Torres will lead off. Willie Calhoun will see his first action of the season. He is DHing, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is making his first start at third base since September 9th of last year. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by John Flaherty. First pitch coming your way after the break.
It's been 7 years since Pastor Billy Richards was treated successfully for prostate cancer by Perlmutter Cancer Center, the world's #1 cyberknife program.
I had no pain, no fatigue, and no side effects.
After 5 treatments in 1 week, Pastor Billy went right back to leading his Brooklyn congregation.
I had 1 week of treatment, and I went right back to living my life. Cyberknife was truly a blessing for me, my family, and my ministry. If you have prostate cancer, I urge you to look into Cyberknife.
Call for an appointment.
1, 2, ding 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 tiki 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 cow ding 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 ding.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's amazing to think that my grandmother started Bigelow Tea right here in New York. And today, we're still a family company. And you have to remember, tea, that's all we do. So every cup counts. That means never compromising. My family won't let that happen. And our extended family, they give their all every single day. And our community, well, they expect that.
I want a cup of Bigelow Tea to be a moment just for you.
That's what I hope for.
Shane Bieber heading to the mound where he will take on the New York Yankees and what's been a very strong Yankee lineup so far in the first 9 games. Why don't we take a look at that lineup tonight? Gleyber Torres leads off, plays second. Aaron Judge in center. Anthony Rizzo at first. Giancarlo stands in right field, cleaning up. Batting 5th and DHing, Willie Calhoun's first Yankee action. Jose Trevino will catch, he'll bat 6th. Batting 7th, playing left field, Franchy Cordero. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the third baseman, will bat 8th. And batting 9th, and playing shortstop, the rookie, Anthony Volpe.
Well, that lineup going to face Shane Bieber. It'll be his 3rd start of the year, and you can see the ERA at 2.25. He is off to a very good start. We'll take a look at our pitcher scouting report brought to you by Nissan. Off to a good start, like I said, 2 quality starts, but does not have a win, so nothing to show for it. And he does it a little bit differently these days. He used to have a little bit more velocity, but like all the great pitchers, he's made some adjustments, more cutters, more sliders, and for some reason, the Yankee numbers are not great. He has a 3.08 ERA against the rest of the Major League Baseball, but against the Yankees, over 6.5.
let's check out the defense, and it's a Gold Glove-laden defense. You've got a Gold Glove winner in left, you have a Gold Glove winner at second, and you have a Gold Glove winner on the mound in Shane Bieber. Also, Miles Straw in center field also carts around a Gold Glove. So that's a good defensive team. That's what Terry Francona features. That's what he likes. So they will make the most that they can of every single ball put in play. Well, the Yankees are 6-3, and the Guardians are 6-4. Gleyber Torres is ready. Shane Bieber is ready. And let's do it here in Cleveland. Line and a base hit. Left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Torres rounds first. He'll head to second. The throw from Kwan is not in time. Leadoff double by Gleyber Torres.
Well, we've been used to seeing DJ LeMahieu hitting leadoff. He gets a night off tonight, and Gleyber Torres does not waste any time hunting that first pitch fastball. He gets it middle in and drills it to left field. The Yankees off to a good start with a leadoff double.
So here is Aaron Judge. Judge has reached base safely in 42 straight games. And during that time, hitting .380, 17 homers, and 29 runs batted in. Hit 2 home runs yesterday, as John told you, the open. He has 4 for the season, and he hit his 4th home run last year in the 17th game of the year on April 26th.
Well, Michael, I was interested to see early in this one, with a 6 o'clock start, would the shadows be a factor? Gleyber Torres didn't have any problem.
Two and one. Well, Straw, the center fielder, is in the sunlight, but the whole infield is pretty much in the shade. Gleyber dancing off second, forcing Bieber to disengage, so that counts as 1, even though he didn't make a throw. The 2-1. 3-1.
You can see Bieber clearly staying down and away to Aaron Judge, and like we've seen all of last year and this year from Aaron Judge, he will not expand out of the strike zone. Makes pitchers throw the ball over the plate.
And a walk to Aaron Judge. So 43 straight games that he's reached base safely. And that allows us to give you the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. What do you have, John?
Well, we all know that this is a postseason rematch from last year, where the Yankees won in the 5th game, and they were rocking some babies during that series. And Yankees have the power, 16 home runs. The Guardians have the speed, 15 stolen bases. And if you're Aaron Boone tonight, you got to piece it together with a tired bullpen.
Rizzo takes a strike. Home plate umpire is Larry Vanover. Edwin Moscoso at first, Chris Guccione at second, Dave Rackley is over at third. That one is a rip to right field. It's a base hit. Fielding out there is Brennan, and they will hold up Torres at third, and the Yankees have the bases loaded and nobody out here in the first.
The Yankees set up for a big first inning, and the struggles for Bieber against the Yankees continue. And that looked like that little cutter that just sat middle of the plate that Rizzo gets the bat head out. And shadows don't look to be a problem early on for these Yankee hitters.
Here's Giancarlo Stanton. Bases loaded, nobody out, just underway. Yankees looking to make an early statement. Guardians just lost 2 out of 3 to Seattle, but they did win an extra inning 12-inning game yesterday to salvage the final game. One and one.
The one thing we've always known about Shane Bieber, he usually throws the ball over the plate. Only 4.6% walk percentage last year. Was a career low for him.
High drive, left field, and that ball is going to be up against the wall. 1 run scores. Judge scores. Moving to third is Rizzo. It's a 2-run double for Stanton, and the Yankees up 2-0.
Well, Giancarlo Stanton just continues to do his thing, and that is hitting rockets on the line. The only question, would it have enough height for a grand slam? It does not, as it crashes into the wall, but that's a double. A couple of RBIs. Big first inning continues for the Yankees.
Indians play the infield back for Willie Calhoun. One and 0 on Calhoun. Last year, 22 games with Texas and the Giants. Played well for the Yankees in spring training. Didn't make the final cut. Went down to Scranton and got called up. 1-1.
Well, Aaron Boone has been talking for a long time during the spring and early in this year about Calhoun and how he can swing the bat. His first Yankee at bat tonight, situational hitting. Second and third, nobody out. Infield for the Guardians back. Put this ball in play, middle of the field, pick up an RBI.
Lined right at Jimenez, and the runners stay put. So Calhoun hit it on the screws, but right at the second baseman.
And hitting it to some hard luck right there. The approach was perfect right on the line. Fortunately for Calhoun, he'll have to wait for his first Yankee hit.
Infield remains back for Trevino. Rizzo's at third, Stanton's at second. One and 0. First four Yankees reached double, walk, single, double. Yankees have 2 runs, looking for more. Missed outside, 2-0. You know, Bieber's credo is, if you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me. I'm not going to beat myself. I'm going to get beat. I'm going to get beat throwing something in the zone and my best pitch. There's a strike. Take a look at Larry Vanover. He's considered hitter-friendly behind the plate. Fewer inside strikes, fewer low strikes. He's been at it a while. 30 big league seasons. Right back to Bieber. Here comes Rizzo. And Bieber runs right at Rizzo. They have him in a rundown. Tag is made, and that allows Trevino to go to second base. Not quite sure why Bieber gave it up.
Yeah.
If he ran it right to third, he's going to get one of the two.
It's not a good play by Bieber. This is surprising. When you get Rizzo running back to third, you can see Stanton is going to be on third. So you should just continue to run him back. Rizzo draws the throw, and now Trevino into scoring position with 2 outs. That was not a good job by Bieber.
So second and third. Stanton's at third. Trevino's at second. And here's Franchi Cordero. 5 for 14 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. Could he be the sort of find like Matt Carpenter was last year for the Yankees? An unlikely lefty bat that really contributes.
Well, yesterday, Cordero has been swinging the bat well and getting opportunities, and he gets that little slider in, lifts it over the wall in right field. Second home run of the year, has 7 RBIs, and he's in an RBI situation here with 2 outs, which really is a pivotal at bat for Shane Bieber. If he can get out of here just giving up the 2, probably feels like he did all right for himself.
1-1 on Cordero.
When Aaron Boone was talking to Meredith Marakovitz, I think he said it perfectly about Cordero. It's easy power. He doesn't have to generate, doesn't have to do a lot to create bat speed. I think we'd have to also say early on in his Yankee career, he has shown command of the strike zone. There's a pitch right there that didn't miss by much.
2-2. Swings with the cutter. IKF is on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Bieber holds the Yankees at 2 as they strand at 2. Yankees get 2 runs. The Guardians come to bat.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
Leading on the top of the third. Oh, it's a bloop single to center.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Dave, who just got a nice win on FanDuel, and it's just the 3rd inning. What are you feeling right now?
Lisa, I haven't been this happy since the 2nd inning.
Well, enjoy your win. Well earned.
Whether you want to bet a hit in the first or a homer in the ninth, every at-bat is a chance to win big on FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
Two-run double by Stanton, giving the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Let's take a look at the Guardians lineup that will face Domingo Germán. Stephen Kwan's in left leading off. Ahmed Rosario, the shortstop, bats second. Jose Ramirez at third base, hits third. Josh Neller at first. Andres Jimenez at second. Josh Bell, the DH, is going to bat sixth. One of the free agent signings by the Guardians. Will Brennan's in right field. Mike Zunino is going to catch and bat eighth. And batting ninth and playing center field, it's Miles Straw. And they are going to face the Yankee right-hander Germán. Last year, 15 starts, 2-5, 3.61 ERA. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher's scouting report.
Well, his first start didn't go great, but I thought his stuff was better than the end result. He struck out 8 in that ball game, gave up a couple of home runs, and there was a play that Anthony Volpe mentioned and admitted that he probably should have made that would have helped things out. But he needs to do a better job figuring out the first inning. Career ERA, a 5.73 ERA in the first, 3.7 after that. And we know the curveball is a great pitch for him. Throws it a lot, 37.5%, but a career batting average against 183.
And the pitch to Kwan is the strike. Had a good rookie season last year and gotten off to a good start again this year.
Well, he has now seen 213 pitches Kwan has this year, and that leads the major leagues by a lot. He puts some long at-bats on you.
There's a strike. Finished third in the Rookie of the Year last year behind J-Rod and his college teammate Adley Rutschman. Last year, Johnny had 62 walks and only 60 strikeouts. 2-2. Check the swing. 3-2.
That's knowing the umpire scouting report right there, Michael. You mentioned Larry Vanover does not call many low strikes. Kwan, a good take to run the count full.
Well, he said in the leadoff spot, his job is to be most annoying at bat in the lineup. Be a pest. Find a way to get on because I've got the best player in baseball behind me in Jose Ramirez. Ramirez bats third with Rosario batting second. Fouled away. Well, take a look at the Yankee defense. Cordero's at left, Judge in center, Stanton's at right. Infield, IKF, Volpe, Torres, and Rizzo. That's third to first. Trevino behind the plate. Calhoun the DH. Domingo Germán is on the mound. And Kwan works a walk.
Well, Michael, when you talk to people around the Guardians, they say they just know what their team is all about and how they play. As you look at the weather.
Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tee of the Yankees at 56 degrees. Pretty nice night. 2 miles per hour in from right field.
By that, I mean that they know they don't have a lot of power in their lineup. They just try to put the ball in play. They're a great defensive ball club, and they just chip away at you.
There's a strike. You know, the Guardians going to have a little bit of a decision with Rosario. He's a free agent at the end of the year. He's one of the players they got from the Mets in the Francisco Lindor deal. And it'd be a shame if they lost him to free agency and they had to trade Lindor because they knew they would not be able to keep him. They did negotiate with Rosario, but they couldn't get the deal done. They did get a deal done, though, with Andres Jimenez and Trevor Stephan. One, two. Just got a piece to stay alive. Still 1-2.
Well, if you're Domingo Germán and Jose Trevino behind the plate, the running game is going to be a factor all 3 days here in Cleveland. I mentioned they don't have a lot of power, but they really are aggressive out on the bases.
Chop towards short. Volpe goes to second. They get the force there. And that's going to bring up Ramirez. And why don't we check out the Genesis hitter scouting report?
Well, when Yankee fans think of Jose Ramirez, they think of a Yankee killer. 363 career batting average during the regular season, 11 home runs and 31 RBIs. And he's third on the list with some pretty big names ahead of him. Ty Cobb and Shoeless Joe Jackson have higher batting average against the Yankees. And he's riding a 15-game hitting streak. Last 5 from last year and all 10 this year.
Ramirez is an extra base machine. Since 2017, he has 421 extra base hits. That's the most in the majors. Guardians were on the verge of trading him right before the season began last year, but right after spring training was ending, signed a 7-year, $141 million extension. Takes him through his age 35 season. He's 30 years old. See the numbers against the Yanks. Ripped down the right field line, but foul.
Ramirez, it really is a combination of power and speed. The only player in franchise history, 150 career home runs, 150 stolen bases.
Did he go? Yes, he did. 2-2.
Good call.
And the 2-2. Nice block by Trevino. Count full of 3-2.
Becomes a big pitch here. You would expect Rosario to be on the move with a full count. The quality of a hitter like Ramirez, trusting that he will command the strike zone, and if it is over the plate, hit it hard somewhere.
Runner goes. Chopped to Rizzo. He thought about second. He'll take it himself. 2 away. Moving to second, Rosario. Here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor. The Guardians made a run at Jose Abreu. They made him a good offer, but he ended up signing with the Astros. They're trying to steal him from a division rival, the White Sox, but he decided to go to Houston. So they've been mixing and matching at first base. Was very demonstrative when he hit a home run against the Yankees in the playoffs. And the Yankees were just as demonstrative when they ended up winning that series against the Guardians. Making Herman work. 3 starts here in Cleveland. Herman has a 6.75 ERA.
A reference to that ERA in the first inning too. Herman has struggled in the first. So important for him to get this final out. Start his outing out on the right foot.
Popped up. IKF makes the call and the play, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. We've played 1. Yankees lead this one 2-0.
Hundreds of thousands of people in New Jersey face hunger.
Now, more than ever.
Together with our 800-plus agency partners.
Now, more than ever.
The Community Food Bank of New Jersey is fighting hunger.
Now, more than ever.
You can help our hungry neighbors by going to cfbnj.org. Join us.
There's an old saying in baseball that luck is the residue of design. That if you work your tail off, you'll catch your lucky break. When you hear a name called and a number's place is earned on those pinstripes, their moment had arrived. But you'll never see a name on the back of that jersey, because this isn't about just one person. Never was. And these pinstripes, man, do they weigh heavy. They weigh heavy on all of us. As one of the greats once told us, no matter where you've been or where you're going, we're all lucky to bleed blue.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man.
And when you got the fans like this, you can do anything you want. This is what it's all about right here.
Now let's go earn our stripes.
Stream every out-of-market MLB game live or on demand. New and included for 2023. Stream all minor league baseball, blackout, and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. IKF leads off the second, 8-9-1 in the Yankees order against Bieber, and the first pitch is outside 1-0. Palapa looking for his first hit of the year. 2-0.
Unusual to see Bieber really pitching to the edges. Last year led the league with lowest pitches per inning at 14.4.
IKF with a base hit in front of Kwan. So there's his first hit of 2023.
There you go. It took a little while, but you pick up your first one, and early on in this one, it looks like Bieber doesn't have his great stuff. He doesn't have his great location, and IKF took advantage of a 2-0 fastball elevated.
Here's Anthony Volpe. There goes IKF. Foul ball. Not trying to tie together the eras, John, but Derek Jeter's first home run came here in this ballpark on opening day in 1996. And that was Volpe's favorite player. Count quickly 0-2. Volpe got his first extra base hit out of the way, a triple in Baltimore. So 4 hits, 3 singles, and a triple. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. The throw is into center field. IKF thought about going to third, but Straw, who bobbled, recovers and IKF stays put. So a strikeout of Volpe and a stolen base for IKF.
Yeah, you see that Mike Zunino's talking. Home plate umpire Larry Vanover maybe thinking there was some interference there, but we'll take another look. IKF gets a great jump, and you see Zunino works underneath it, airmails it to the right. See if there's any contact. It's like the bat got him a little bit.
Here's Torres. Well, Zunino's had a lot of trouble in the early going throwing. He had thoracic outlet surgery, but on his left shoulder, he just has not thrown well. Indians do carry 3 catchers, and they're big concern that Zunino has not been able to block balls in the dirt either. A lot of wild pitches the Guardians throw.
Yeah, and I'm surprised to hear that, because you think back to Zunino a few years ago in Tampa Bay. I thought his work behind the plate was outstanding. He also added 33 home runs, but the injuries have caught up with him a little bit.
Grounded foul, 2-1.
When you go through a scouting report on Shane Bieber, you talk about he doesn't walk you. He's going to get ahead in the count. He's going to throw every pitch in every count. Early in this one, he's struggling with command, a lot of fastball counts, and the Yankees have been able to take advantage.
Two and two. Throughout baseball history, you've seen great pitchers struggle in the first inning. When you let them off the hook, they find a way. Is Bieber going to find that way, or is this going to be a tough night for him?
He hasn't found his way with his good location in the second inning. You would expect that to get better as the evening moves on, but one of those guys, you got to take advantage of the opportunities when you have them, and this is one right here.
2-2. 3-2, and John's right. He is working off the corners, which is not his way. He seems a little bit home plate shy so far. Grounded foul.
A big-time pitch right there, and a good job by Glaber just to foul that pitch off. With Aaron Judge on deck, as a hitter, you're thinking that the pitcher's going to come right at you with something to hit. It's a cutter down and away. Nice job just to foul it off.
And Glaber works a walk. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. Let's take a look at the Yankee leaders, brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. Longest on-base streak since 1940. DiMaggio has the longest at 74 in his magical 41 season. Jeter 57 between 98 and 99. A-Rod 53 in 2004. Now Aaron Judge 43. It's 43 after the walk in the first. Big cut. Four homers, 7 ribbies so far for Judge. That one's blocked by Zunino. Fires to third, and they get IKF trying to advance. Moving to second on the throw was Torres.
Well, IKF with his first base hit, his first stolen base of the year, maybe just a little too aggressive here with Aaron Judge up at the plate. Ball in the dirt, nice block, and the accurate throw gets IKF by plenty.
Boy, you hate to take a runner off the bases with Aaron Judge at the plate.
Think about Aaron Judge's first at bat. He walked. Every pitch was away, off the plate, and down. 3 pitches into this at bat, away and off the plate and down.
3-1. Now 3-2. Swings to a slider.
Bieber's just not going to give in and give Aaron Judge a fastball to lean on. That's a slider for a strike. And you'd expect maybe another off-speed pitch or try to clip the outside corner with a fastball.
Swing and a miss, got him. Judge down on strikes. No runs to hit. One man left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Yankees.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Highlander or RAV4. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Jimmy John's new Caprese Salami Pesto. With fresh mozzarella and basil pesto, it'll whisk you away to Italy. Unlike your all-talk, non-committal ex-boyfriend. Good riddance. For a limited time at Jimmy John's.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by FanDuel. Make every moment more. By Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 or over. Oh, they're going really into the archives. Love it. This history goes way back in the American League. Jimenez takes the ball 1-0. He leads off. Jimenez, Bell, and Brennan. Drag bunt and caught, but dropped there and then dropped again by Herman, allowing Jimenez to reach. In his haste, he lost the play.
Well, you can kind of smile about it because it was a gift from Jimenez. Works underneath the bunt. It's an easy play for Herman. Then he can't get a handle on it. That is a free base runner here to start off the second.
And that is very clear E1. There's Josh Bell. When they missed out on Jose Abreu, they went after Josh Bell. And he signed a one-year, $16.5 million deal with an option for next year. Got off to a slow start. Guardians people say he's got a lot of moving parts in his swing. Runner goes. Throw to second. Stolen base.
Well, it's so easy to think all I had to do was catch that pop-up and I wouldn't have to deal with the running game. Now Jimenez at the scoring position. It's a good throw from Trevino and a good pick by Volpe, but it's too late.
Bell won the game yesterday. Walk-off fielder's choice. Little dribbler to the right of the pitcher, and that was it. Scoring Jose Ramirez from third. 3-1. Biggest year was 2019 with Pittsburgh. 37 homers, 116 ribbies. And the pitch. Grounded to Rizzo. Steps on the bag. Moving to third is Jimenez. Well, the Guardians started the season on the road. They took 3 of 1 in Seattle, or 3 of 4 in Seattle, and they took 2 of 3 in Oakland. But they just lost 2 of 3 to the Mariners this past weekend. So their season series with Seattle is over. 10 games into the season. Yankees play the infield back as Brennan swings and misses. Only one in is IKF.
The Yankees getting a look at this young left-handed hitter, Will Brennan, who flew through the system last year, AA, AAA, and 314 with 13 home runs, but he's showing he'll swing at a fastball up, throw it a little higher.
Now one's laced into left field. Catch is made by Cordero. Tagging is Jimenez. Here he comes. The throw is way wide. It's a sac fly for Brennan. The Guardians are on the board. It's 2-1 Yanks.
Well, Domingo Germán had the right idea with Trevino behind the plate. They wanted to elevate a fastball, but he just didn't get it to the spot. Will Brennan was able to get enough on this. That's a mistake. That's an 0-2 mistake right down the middle. Cordero had a play, throw off line.
So here's Zunino. One and one. Signed a one-year, $6 million deal with the Guardians in December. Three and one. Slow curveball, way out in front, 3-2.
We remember Zunino from Tampa Bay in 2021, 33 home runs. When he got into a fastball count, he did not miss it. Germán dropping a 3-1 curveball in there for a strike.
And he misses outside. Germán took 2 steps toward the Yankee dugout, thinking that was strike 3, but a walk to Zunino.
Well, we'll take another look at it. It's down off the plate. Good call by Larry Vanover as Trevino tried to bring it back up with those framing skills.
There's Miles Straw. Straw has 6 stolen bases. That's the best in Major League Baseball. He's on pace for 97 for the season. The Cleveland franchise record is 75, set by Kenny Lofton in 1996. One and one. The pitch. Skied the other way. On the run is Stanton toward the line. Runs out of room. Zunino leads off first. Try Stanton again. He moves toward the line again. Dives and can't make the play, and it falls in foul territory.
Those are two foul balls that if you're a Yankee fan, you're cringing every time Giancarlo Stanton is going close to that wall. He lays out a little bit here, not able to make the play. The Yankees really did luck out here with the weather in Cleveland. I mean, it's cool, but it's not as bad as you would expect it to be in April. Stanton looks like he's going to be all right.
Soft ground ball. Volpe fields, fires to first, not in time. Once it got past the diving IKF, it was going to be a tough play to get the speedy Straw.
Straw can really fly. I mean, he was a Gold Glove winner in center field. You mentioned the 6 stolen bases that he has already. And IKF gets a good jump right underneath his glove. And once that happened, Volpe on the run with the throw, no chance.
All of this because of a drop bunt. So every run that's going to be scored in this inning is unearned because the next batter grounded out to first. That's the second out. And then Brennan with a fly ball to left. That's the third out. Inning over. Instead, a run is scored and runners on first and second with Stephen Kwan at the plate.
And 44 pitches already delivered by Herman, and it's not going to get any easier with this man up at the plate because he will make you work in a bat.
And you mentioned the Yankee bullpen has been stretched. So Kwan walked in the first inning. One and 0.
This is really what the Guardians do. They put the ball in play. They grind you for at-bats. Situational hitting, the sacrifice fly by Brennan. They don't overwhelm you.
Fly ball center field. Judge is there. Puts it away, and that'll do it. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 big error, and 2 left. We played 2. It's 2-1 Yankees.
Current eligible Cadillac lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2023 Cadillac XT4 for around $379 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
In-play betting, because a lot can happen during 9 innings. You can wager on the run line, game props, player props, totals, and the money line. Bet365 is the world's favorite sports book for many reasons. In-play betting is just one of them.
When the prize is our future, every day is a match of our lives. In all my years of playing around the world, I have never seen a brighter soul than Kiara's. You will never know what it took for her to be here. Together with her world-class team, Kiara triumphed over a rare cancer that nearly stole her future as a dancer. When we unite around one goal, that is when we win.
It is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And Tonight's submission comes to us from Christian Guerrero, who says little CJ recently enjoyed his first game at Yankee Stadium. First of many. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers, and we might spotlight you in a future game. Third inning, 2-1 Yanks. Rizzo leads off. 1-0. Yankees 6-3. It's their second best 9-game start in the last 20 seasons. The only time they've been better was in 2020 when they started off 8-1. Now last year they got off to such a great start that they were on a record-setting pace, and they had just won 5 of their first 9, so they were 5-4 last year. One and two. Yankees handled the Guardians last year, including the postseason. They won 8 of 11 against Cleveland. These two organizations had battles in the 90s during the Yankee run. Line drive and caught by Ramirez, who had Rizzo play perfectly. They actually knocked the Yankees out in 97 after the Yankees were the defending champions in 96, but the Yankees came back in 98. And El Duque with a big win to even up the series, and that was the magical season where they went 125-50. Stanton takes outside. It's also a special day in Yankees history. On this day in 1913, they officially changed their name to the Yankees. Although they were playing in New York since 1903, the previous names, the Americans, the Hilltoppers, and the Highlanders, the Yankees finally officially changed their name to the Yankees on this date, 1913. Three and one. What kind of information you get here, John?
Yeah, you're bringing me back to those late 90s teams when you come to Cleveland. It was Sandy Alomar Jr.
Jimenez is there. 2 outs.
Carlos Baerga is here doing a little radio, so you get a lot of flashbacks to some really good Cleveland teams.
Stepping in now, the designated hitter for New York.
There's Willie Calhoun lined out to Jimenez for the first out of the first inning. The Yankees had Bieber on the ropes. Second and third. Nobody out. He hit a scorching line drive right to Jimenez. Talking things over with Herman. And the count 0-2. Right back to Bieber, who works a 1-2-3 third inning. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-1 Yankees.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And with no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. What's in your wallet?
While most drivers spend their lives going from point A to B, in America, we're all about point X. That's why our most versatile BMW X-Range vehicles are proudly manufactured right here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The BMW X-Range, your next X-Venture, starts here. Hurry in to lease a 2023 BMW X3 X-Drive 30i for $599 per month.
Some mornings call for a breakfast taco from Dunkin'. Scrambled eggs, cheddar cheese, fire-roasted corn, and lime crema to get you going. Bacon. But some mornings call for 2 breakfast tacos. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a 2-taco morning.
It's time for tonight's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Luis Severino threw a bullpen session today. Remember, he suffered a right lat strain on March 21st. Meredith Marakovitz, how did that bullpen session go?
Michael, it went very well. It happened about 2:30 this afternoon. He threw 22 pitches, used all of his pitches, reported no pain afterwards. So the next step for him will be to see how he feels tomorrow. But he feels as though he's past the point where he's really worried about that. He was asked when the last time was that he actually felt something in his lat, and he said it was about a week after the injury. He felt pain-free already, but obviously the Yankees are going to take this slow with Luis Severino. On the Guardians side, they've been hit by the injury bug as well. Aaron Savali, who was supposed to start on Wednesday, was placed on the IL with a left oblique strain, so they will not see him in this series. Tristan McKenzie, though, who's on the IL currently, did start a throwing program, so a little good, a little bad for the Guardians.
Thank you, Meredith. 3-0 count on Rosario, leading off here in the third. He reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Taking on 3-0, takes the strike.
We just saw Shane Bieber have a rebound third inning, 1-2-3, but Herman struggling behind in the count, 3-1.
Well, we know that the Yankees are missing Severino and Rodon, and obviously Montas as well. Well, the guys who filled in for Severino and Rodon, Schmidt and Herman, they're 0-1 with an 8.74 so far. But Cole, Cortez, and Brito, also one of the fill-ins to injured players, they're 6-0 with a 1.38 ERA. So they've done the job, and Schmidt and Herman have to step up. Cole gets start tomorrow. And Rosario with a walk. Yankee pitchers runs per game 2.8, which is fourth. Starters ERA 3.27, which is third in the majors. Bullpen ERA fourth. Strikeout percentage is second. And that's even with the subpar outings of Schmidt and Herman. Here's Ramirez.
Aaron Boone looking on. We mentioned the bullpen has been worked lately. They're going to be a few arms short down there, you would expect tonight. Herman already that pitch count elevated and having trouble throwing strikes with his breaking ball.
Fly ball, right field. Going back Stanton, he has room out there, and he'll make the play in front of the track as Rosario heads back.
Stepping to the plate now for Cleveland, number 22, John Naylor.
There's Naylor. He popped up to IKF in the first inning. Pitch outside.
See Trevino behind the plate, imploring Herman, work through me, work through home plate. He's falling off to the first base side, which we know he does, is really prevalent tonight, working underneath that changeup away.
I told you last year, Naylor homered off of Garrett Cole in Game 4 of last year's ALDS and did his Rock the Baby celebration, yelling that Cole was his son. But he's been trolled with it twice in response. Torres did the Rock the Baby after he got the final out of the series. Then Mariners closer Paul Sewald did it when he retired Naylor to end Saturday's game.
It's a little over the top.
Yep. But he loves the fact that he's getting trolled about it. The Yankee fans didn't like it. He said that was awesome. That was so sick. Honestly, it was like a dream come true as a kid. Runner goes, grounded foul. Hey, listen, you can do that. And if you can accept the repercussions, John, then that's cool. But you are going to have repercussions.
There definitely are going to be repercussions. And you see the Yankee fans having a little fun with it.
Surprised that Sewald broke it out on Saturday. It's always a really thin line to me, John. You know, they say let the kids play, let them celebrate, let them have fun. You know, listen, we're not the arbiters of that, but the players on the field don't seem like they like it.
Well, here's the difference for me. If you hit a home run and you want to celebrate and you want to have fun, that's fine. But you don't look at Garrett Cole and say, you're my son, and rocking the baby. I mean, that's just trying to show up in opposition, which I never get.
1-2. Remember, Cole was asked about after the game, and he said, yeah, cute. That was his one response.
Yeah, you always put it in your memory bank, though, and might be a little added incentive in tomorrow night's game.
Runner goes. Throw to second. Another stolen base.
Well, we're going to see this for 3 days because that is a big part of their game plan. And again, you see Trevino's body moving towards third base, so he's not really getting his momentum going towards second. Falling towards the third base side, and Volpe's had to try to pick a few of them already tonight.
So 3-2 on Naylor. One man out, runner at second. Yankees lead 2-1. We're in the bottom of the third. Popped up, shallow left field. Franchi Cordero makes the play. 2 down. That brings up Jimenez. Jimenez made the All-Star team last year. Won the Gold Glove. Signed a 7-year, $106.5 million extension 2 days before opening day. Grounded and grabbed there by Rizzo. And he fires to Herman. who pitches around the leadoff walk at the stolen base. But the Guardians strand one. We're going to the fourth.
In the time it takes to play a new album, you can get answers to deep questions like, were all those clubs in your 20s really such a bad thing? Hey, no judgment, but it's possible concerts weren't music to your ears.
1 in 4 people over 20 now have signs of noise-induced hearing loss. So let's see a hearing professional and get those ears checked.
Answers are good. Your moves? Not bad.
About to kick it up a notch like we ain't stopping now, we going all night. I'm on another level, Claxton, let's go!
Aaron Judge, case closed.
Mikel Bridges, major elevation. Yeah, we about to turn it up.
Bases loaded. Stanton, big win for the Yankees. Cole, swing and a miss, got him. A 1-2-3 inning. See ya! A walk-off home run by Aaron Judge.
Victory at the buzzer. We gonna turn it up. We gonna see what's up.
Well, tomorrow on Yes, don't miss Game 2 of this 3-game set against the Guardians. Coverage begins at 5:30 with the pregame. Then first pitch will be just after 6 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Please note the earlier time. Trevino leads off now against Bieber. And a strike. One and two. Grounded to short. Rosario. Bieber has retired 5 in a row. Tomorrow's probable pitchers, Hunter Gaddis will go for the Guardians, and for the Yankees, it's Garrett Cole, who's been great the first 2 starts. 5 walks, 19 strikeouts, and a 2-0 record. Here's Cordero. 1-0.
Read up on some of the numbers with Shane Bieber coming into this. I mean, it's clearly evident that he's throwing his off-speed pitches more, but you're the Yankee lineup a couple of times through now. I mean, it is a steady diet of sliders.
Grounded, left side, Rosario, off balance throw. The stretch by Naylor keeps his foot on the bag to get Cordero 2 away. Take a look at Bieber's arsenal. First 2 starts by StatCast 3D.
Throwing that slider 40, almost 41% of the time, and the fastball only 26.7%. Then it's cutters, curveballs, changeup. So clearly the approach for opposing hitters has to be to sit soft, look off speed, try to react to fastballs.
Kind of Falefa fouls it away. line into right field. That is going to be caught on the run by Brennan. And Bieber has retired 7 in a row as the Yankees go down in order.
Dear Slippery Slope, it's me, Camry All-Wheel Drive. Come what may. Get a grip, Camry All-Wheel Drive.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
Doors lead us to places we've never been. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors. They can help you create a retirement income plan designed to balance growth and guaranteed income, and provide access to specialists who help with estate planning to look out for future generations. So you're not just growing and protecting your wealth, you're sharing it. Because doors were meant to be opened.
DirecTV is a leader in sports, but Jeff doesn't have DirecTV, so he's watching baseball at his weird neighbor's house. He's all right.
I love watching the game with you.
Call 1-800-DIRECTV to guarantee your price for 2 years.
Your boss thinks you're his best employee, the only guy to get stuff done. You've earned a double burger with tons of melty cheese, grilled onions and a toasty brioche bun. Treat yourself, cause your boss is overjoyed. Also you're self-employed. Supersonic double stack cheeseburger.
Sonic. Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, this Saturday, watch the Brooklyn Nets begin their first-round playoff series against James Harden, Joel Embiid, and the Philadelphia 76ers. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. on My 9 and streaming on the SF. Really, congratulations have to go out to the Nets. I mean, what a job they did. After Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant both demanded trades, and they kept it together, and they made the playoffs. So congratulations to them, and good luck against the Sixers. And we'll have all the coverage here on Yes. $3-0 on Josh Bell. Boy, every batter seems to be a struggle, a labor for Domingo Germán.
Yeah, he's walked 3. He's been behind so many hitters. 3-0 curveball for a strike, and you look at the end where he's at right now, only 1 hit, 1 run, so he's hanging in there.
And he walks Bell.
Again, we take a look at his mechanics. He always falls to the first base side. On the changeups especially, for me, it looks like he's just leaving a little bit early and leaving that ball up and away to left-handed hitters because he doesn't have a good feel for the strike zone tonight.
One and oh. Brennan has driven in the Guardians' only run with a sac fly to left. It was really a medium-range fly ball, but Jimenez tagged from third, and it was a poor throw by Cordero way up the third baseline, so it wasn't even close. One and two on Brennan.
I mentioned Brennan and his numbers in the minor leagues, hit well over 300, showed a little bit of power, getting a chance here in Cleveland. Today's game, there's so much more video out there on minor league hitters. You can search at bats and try to figure out a young hitter, but it's always different when you're a pitcher and a catcher and you're trying to get a feel for somebody. At 75 pitches already for Germán. 3+ innings.
Two and two. 77 pitches, still nobody out here in the fourth. Spoils it, fouls it back. Guardians were down to their last out in the ninth inning against Seattle yesterday. He had a game-tying 2-run double. Then in the 11th, had a game-tying single to extend it again, and Cleveland walked it off in the 12th. So a big day for Brennan yesterday. Runner goes. And John told you this early. This is what the Guardians do. They will run, and they will run until you stop them.
Yeah, and Josh Bell is not known as a burner. He doesn't have a stolen base this year, but on a 3-2 count, Terry Francona showing some confidence in the young hitter. And Brennan, as Brewer starts to get loose in the Yankee bullpen.
Foul back.
The pitcher scatter report, we told you about Herman and his curveball. His whole career, it has been his bread and butter swing and miss pitch. He can just not put anybody away with that curveball tonight.
Very close at first. Herman has a good move for a right-hander. Runner goes. Again, a foul ball. They're making him work. He cannot put them away.
There was that curveball that he's so used to getting swings and misses on, but it's just flat tonight. Doesn't have that good spin and bite.
Runner goes. And that's an impressive walk by Brennan. Spoiled out the good pitches and then worked the walk. So first and second with nobody out for the Guardians against Herman and the Yanks. 5 walks. And that'll bring up Matt Blake and the interpreter Marlon Abreu. This is a bullpen budget. Holmes is not available today. I guess they'd like to stay away from King after he threw 32 on Saturday. Peralta, probably somebody they'd like to avoid. They certainly could make it work.
I could say the same about Marinaccio with those 37 pitches in 3 days.
Well, the 5 walks tonight, that ties a career high for Herman. Still nobody out here in the 4th inning. Yankees got 2 runs in the first, and the bases loaded, nobody out. And after the double by Stanton drove in 2 runs, Bieber shut down the Yankees, stranding 2. Then Brennan with the sac fly in the second made it 2-1. That's where we are. Bottom of the 4th, first and second, with Zunino at the plate, nobody out. And a strike. Boy, you see that all the time, John. Somebody's struggling, pitching coach comes out, and they slow down everything by throwing a curveball.
Yeah, and it wasn't Herman's good one either. That was a little get-me-over roller, but one pitch, you get a possibility of a double play here. Zunino, the catcher up at the plate, quickly ahead 0-2, and you know the pitch count's out of control. You know you walk 5. You execute one pitch in a big spot here, you get 2 quick outs.
So quickly 0-2 on Zunino. He was one of the 5 walks. That was in the second inning. One and 2. Grounded and past the diving IKF and down the left field line. Bell scores. Brennan rounds third. They're going to hold him there. Moving into second with an RBI double is Zunino, and the game is tied at 2.
Sound like a broken record, but it's another curveball, and it just doesn't have any bite to it tonight. Zunino just hooks it down the line, just out of the reach of IKF.
Well, Aaron Boone has seen enough. Takes the ball from Herman. He will go to his bullpen. Guardians threatening second and third. Nobody out. Game tied at 2. Stay right here.
Current eligible Cadillac lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2023 Cadillac XT4 for around $379 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
My lottery dream home on HGTV. Imagine winning the lottery.
HGTV's My Lottery Dream Home Scratch-Off game from the New York Lottery. Prizes up to $1 million.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Get 0% APR financing for 48 months on the 2023 Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Well, the Yes app is more. More ways to watch and experience live Yankees, Nets, and Liberty games. More ways to interact with family and friends with Yes Watch Party. And more ways to win big cash prizes with Yes Pick and Play games. For the best seat in the house, download the Yes app now. And remember, for those that are not part of a cable bundle, you can now see Yankees, Nets, and Liberty games on the Yes app through direct to consumer, and we're proud of that. Well, Domingo Germán lifted from the game, and he is angry with himself and heads into the tunnel. So they will turn it over to Colton Brewer.
It's been about 8 days since we've seen Colton Brewer in a game, so we'll see if he's going to be sharp coming out of that Yankee pen.
Yankees back at short, but in at first, second, and third. In fact, Rizzo was in on the grass for Straw, who knows how to bunt for sure, knows how to handle the bat. So he had an infield single to the left side. That was in the second inning. So the Yankees trying to cut off the run. Zunino scored already. Brennan's at third. Zunino is at second. Brennan's at third, and Josh Bell has scored. So it's a 2-2 game. (3-0).
There's always such a fine line for relief pitchers where you want to get enough work to stay sharp, but you don't want to get too much where you're overworked. But Brewer hasn't thrown in a big league game in a long time.
And he walks Straw on 4 pitches, and that'll load the bases with nobody out.
Too many options for Aaron Boone. He's got to try to get some middle relief innings here and get Brewer back on track.
Now the Yankees back up looking for the double play. And the pitch to Kwan is outside. So 5 straight out of the zone by Brewer. There's a strike. Finally 1-1. 1-2. Quan broke into the big leagues last year, made a lot of news that he did not swing and miss at a pitch for a couple of weeks. Has great bat-to-ball skills. 500 hitter in his brief career with the bases loaded. 2-2.
Great bat-to-ball skills, but also great eye at the plate, because that pitch did not miss by much, and you're behind 1-2. Want a good take.
Knocked down by Brewer. Fires home. There's one. That's all they'll get. Good recovery by Brewer. He knocked it down and located it right away and fired to Trevino to get the first out.
Take a look at it from Brewer. Knocks it down, and then he doesn't panic. And the accurate throw to Trevino. You see a lot of pitchers, when they knock a ground ball down, they panic a little bit, they rush, and they airmail the throw. Nice job by Brewer.
There's Rosario. Pitch outside, 1-0. Let's see if they turn two. There's one. On the first, it's a double play. Brewer makes it happen. Bases loaded, nobody out, and he keeps the Guardians off the board. They do score one. They tie the game at 2, and we go to the 5th.
T-Mobile knows whether you break down in the middle of nowhere or get a flat tire on the edge of somewhere, people everywhere trust AAA to get them back on the road. And AAA trusts T-Mobile to be their exclusive wireless partner, because T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So with AAA's nationwide fleet connected on T-Mobile, the middle of nowhere is a lot closer than you think.
Well, would you look at that?
Jerry, you gotta see this. Saying it. Trust me, after 15 walks, gets a little old. Yeah, I really should be retired by now. Wish I invested when I had the chance. To the moon. Unbelievable.
Stop waiting. Start investing. E-Trade from Morgan Stanley.
One out, top of the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Hey, Steve, you just got a nice win on FanDuel, and it's just the top of the first. How do you feel?
All those nights of studying film really paid off.
You mean watching baseball?
That's correct.
Whether you want to bet a hit in the first or a homer in the ninth, every at-bat is a chance to win big on FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
A job well done by Colton Brewer. Congratulations in the Yankee dugout. Bases loaded, nobody out, and he does not give up another run. Pitches outside to Volpe as we lead off the 5th inning. Volpe, Torres, and Judge. 2-2 game. High fly ball, left field and deep. Going back Quan, and he makes the play on the warning track. Round number 1.
Well, you cannot say enough about the job that Colton Brewer just did right there, changing the whole momentum of this game. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ground ball back to himself, knocks it down, play it home, and then the double play 4-6-3. Huge couple of pitches for Colton Brewer.
Bieber takes the first pitch and puts it on the outside corner, just off 1-0. Torres 1 for 1 with a walk. Now he clips the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, Bieber, just a veteran who's made some adjustments from the struggles early the first couple of innings. He's now pounding the strike zone with all of his pitches.
Ground ball to Rosario. 2 away.
You mentioned it, Michael. You give a veteran pitcher a chance, he'll find a way to regroup, and Bieber has.
Now to the plate for the Yankees, number 99, Aaron Judge.
So here's Judge. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. One and 0. Yankees 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and the Guardians 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. 1-1. Three and one. And a strike, 3-2 on Judge. Yankees and the Guardians. First game of this 3-game set. Second city on a 2-city road trip for the Yankees. Strike 3, Judge down looking. And Bieber has retired 10 in a row. We are halfway through. Yankees 2, Guardians 2.
Some say luck is the residue of design. That if you work your tail off, your moment will arrive. And no matter where you've been or where you're going, we're all lucky to bleed blue.
This is what it's all about right here.
Now let's go earn our stripes.
Providing healthcare to people who need it most. That's the simple but powerful purpose behind Doctors Without Borders. We treat wounded people in war zones, care for malnourished children, and provide safe reproductive healthcare. We're on the ground in emergencies, from Ukraine to Afghanistan. We put patients first. And we go where we're needed most. Because at Doctors Without Borders, we believe people deserve to be treated with compassion and dignity. We treat our patients completely free of charge and without regard to race, religion, or politics. Doctors Without Borders has provided free, life-saving medical care for over 50 years. And thanks to the 6 million people around the world who support our work, Doctors Without Borders will continue to put our patients first.
What's up, everybody? Chef Marcus Sampson here on Home Plate New York on the Yes app. Come on, man, bring it in. Don't be shy.
From pinstripes to chef whites, Yankee stars take to the kitchen and explore some of their favorite New York cuisine.
This is staple. This is what we grew up. This is actually a gourmet version.
Yeah. Plus celebrities, athletes, and icons join Marcus at some of the hottest tables in town.
That's amazing. I'm proud. Manja.
Check out Home Plate New York, streaming now on the Yes app.
This copyright telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. 1-0 on Ramirez leading off against Colton Brewer. Ground ball, grabbed there nicely by Torres. Loses his balance, gets the throw off, and still gets Ramirez.
Ramirez hits this ball hard with some top spin. Glaber, the good range, can't come up with it cleanly. It doesn't panic the accurate throw. Right on the money.
Ground ball to IKF. He gets Neller. 2 away. You know, when you work with somebody, all you do is you want to bring a smile to their face. And I think I achieved that with John. Stepped away for a second, and I brought him an ice cream sandwich. And the joy on his face, John, you look as happy as I've seen you.
It was fantastic. But I will say I had a little panic when you read the disclaimer with Jose Ramirez up at the plate. It's a great player, and you're reading a disclaimer.
You know what? I was able to stop right in the middle and do it. If he hit it, I would have been okay.
I was a little worried that you weren't going to be able to finish the disclaimer.
Well, the most important thing was getting you the ice cream
It
sandwich.
was delicious. Thank you.
I got Meredith once. She threw it on the ground.
You're a good friend.
She threw it right on the ground.
Meredith.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
You know what I did? I threw it right down the gullet and then threw the wrapper in the garbage.
I actually took it back to the media dining room and put it back in the freezer.
You don't like ice cream sandwiches? Goodness.
This is the guy who hasn't had a compliment.
But an ice cream sandwich. (2-0). There's a strike, 2-1. Two and two. Swing and a miss. Strong inning for Brewer. Against the Guardians in order. 1-2-3. We have 5 in the books. An 8-pitch 1-2-3 inning. 2-2.
This is Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off.
200 milligrams of caffeine, electrolytes, and zero sugar. Start fast with Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
Let's eat, y'all, y'all. Let's eat, y'all, y'all. Let's see if you can keep up with the beat, y'all, y'all. Take a seat, y'all, y'all. Time to feast, y'all, y'all. Then let's see what you can really do for me, y'all, y'all. Crab legs, duck eggs, bon appetit, y'all, y'all, y'all.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
Hey everybody, Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. Bad news for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Their star shortstop O'Neal Cruz on this play yesterday colliding with a catcher. They later found out as he stayed down, he fractured his left fibula. That required surgery yesterday. So the Pirates anticipating that their star shortstop will not return for at least 4 months, guys.
That's a terrible blow. Awful, awful. There was a brawl after that as well. Adam Duvall fractured left wrist on Sunday in a win at the Tigers. He had been penciled in as a center fielder for the Red Sox. Jordan Walker, great start, 9-game hitting streak, youngest player to do that since Ted Williams. And you saw Tim Anderson, one of the exciting young players in this game, left today's game for the White Sox in the 6th with left knee soreness. (2-0) on Rizzo. Rizzo, Stanton, and Calhoun against Bieber as we move to the 6th inning. You know, they could outlaw the shift, John, but what they're playing right now is a shift. It's just to the letter of the law. The shortstop is as far as he could go up the middle. And in his last at bat, he lined a shot right to Ramirez, who's placed where the shortstop would be. That's very close to being behind the bag, which is not legal. Fly ball, left field. Kwan One down.
The Yankees started this game with a double from Gleyber Torres. Aaron Judge walked, Rizzo a base hit, and two-run double from Stanton, but it has been very quiet since. Shane Bieber really has settled down.
That one's chopped to short. Rosario from the outfield grass gets Stanton. 12 in a row. 12 in a row. What do you see, John?
Yeah, I mean, he just couldn't land his off-speed pitches early in this game, and the fastball, which doesn't have a lot of velocity, was middle of the plate. But he has made some adjustments. When you watch these off-speed breaking pitches, they're all perfectly located down and away, and then he can freeze Aaron Judge with the two-seamer after you're sitting off-speed.
Willie Calhoun takes a strike on the outside corner. Straight started after he walked Gleyber Torres in the second.
These are the starts when you get up into the clubhouse when it's over for Bieber, whether you're a veteran or a rookie, where you're pretty proud of the effort you put in, because the first 5 batters of this game, it looked like it was going to be a quick exit. He rebounded nicely.
Slash the other way, it's a base hit, and that's going to roll into the corner and up against the wall. Calhoun hustling to second, and he'll stop right there with a 2-out double.
We saw this man laying out line drives during the whole month of March. Tampa, Florida. Cutter up out over the plate, just slashes it the other way. Remember, his first at bat hit a line drive right to second base, had nothing to show for it. There's your first Yankee base hit, which is a 2-out double.
Here's Trevino. He's 0 for 2. One and 0. There's a strike. Command so much better than earlier in the game. 1-1. And 1-2 on Trevino. See the gold labeling of the Rawlings glove, signifying a gold glove for Bieber last year. And Zunino wants to talk things over. Also unusual, John, Herman had the same 44 glove that Nestor Cortez had yesterday. Bill Miller wouldn't allow it. They had a blackout in the 44, but Larry Vanover, a 30-year veteran, had no problem.
Yeah, he doesn't worry about things like that. He's worried about his own strike zone, which Larry's doing a great job tonight. Bill Miller, the umpire yesterday, had a problem with Nestor's glove.
2-2. Cordero's on deck. 2-2 count on Trevino. Runner at second, 2 outs. 2-2 game. We're in the 6th. And the pitch. Grounded to third. Ramirez, the long throw, got him. And that'll do it here in the 6th. No runs a hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Current eligible Cadillac lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2023 Cadillac XT4 for around $379 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
In-play betting, because a lot can happen during 9 innings. You can wager on the run line, game props, player props, totals, and the money line. Bet365 is the world's favorite sports book for many reasons, and play betting is just one of them.
This is the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes and intelligent off-road technology, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places. The 2023 Nissan family of SUVs. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or make no payments until July 2023 on select vehicles.
Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Bases loaded, nobody out in the fourth inning. Colton Brewer has a mess. Up the middle by Kwan. He comes home to get the force. And then the speedy Rosario hits one to Torres. To Volpe. Over to Rizzo. End of the inning and a pumped-up Brewer aces his appearance on the T-Mobile coverage cam. He's still in there. Montefiore, Einstein scoreboard. It's 2-2 as we start the bottom of the sixth inning. Josh Bell, Will Brennan, Mike Zunino against Brewer. And a strike. Grounded to first. Rizzo flips to Brewer. One away.
I mentioned those 8 days that Brewer had not thrown as Cordero getting loose. Took him one batter to get back in the strike zone. Ever since then, it's been breaking ball cutter. And some relatively easy outs.
Brennan takes a strike, sac fly to left in the second. He walked in the fourth. Fifth walk issued by Domingo Germán, tied his career high. One more. Chop slowly, charging Torres. And he gets Brennan. And here's Zunino. He walked in an RBI double inside third. That was the final batter faced by Germán. 1-0.
Well, Aaron Boone is always looking for lanes to get his relievers in. And you look at this cutter from Brewer. It has no problem getting easy ground balls to the left-handed hitters. The curveball, the big weapon to the righties.
Another hot one right down the third baseline past the diving IKF. And Zunino chugs into second with a double.
Zunino having a good night, a walk and a couple of doubles, an RBI. I mentioned the curveball, the main pitch to the righties. Just Brewer just left that one up. Spins middle in. Again, IKF laying out. Can't make a play.
Miles Straw, infield single and a walk. One and 0. Chop to Gleyber Torres. And that'll do it. Another strong inning for Brewer. No runs to hit. One man left. Let's take it to the seventh. Tied at 2.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
There's 1,000 different drink combinations at Sonic. I'm gonna list them one by one. Get ready. Cherry limeade. Well, it looks like we're out of time.
Sonic.
Hello, blue skies, no moonlight, touch of sunshine. Come along for the ride.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Get 0% APR financing for 48 months on the 2023 Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Well, here's a look at what the spread was for our game when it started, courtesy of FanDuel. And the numbers can change with every pitch, so now let's see what the spread is at this very moment. 2-2 game as we go to the 7th inning. It'll be the bottom third of the order for the Yankees. Cordero, Canafalefa, and Volpe. Colton Brewer's done his job, settle things down. Cordero 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground ball to short. Did he go? Yes, he did, said Dave Rackley at third.
Manager of the Guardians, Terry Francona, trying to stretch Bieber out a little bit. His first 2 outings, 87, 89 pitches. Now he's up to 91, starting off the 7th.
Karinchak warming. 2-1. Clips the outside corner, 2-2. And for the Yankees, Hamilton's up. So the count is full on Franchi Cordero. 5 for 16 so far in the early going. 2 homers and 7 ribbies. And he works a leadoff walk here in the 7th.
You can see the reaction from Tito Francona, not happy with that leadoff walk.
So here's IKF, 1 for 2 with a stolen base. The 1 hit, his first hit of the year after starting 0 for 12. And that's grounded to short. That could be 2. There's 1 on to first. It's a double play.
Boy, this is just a clinic from Shane Bieber on how it takes some time maybe to get into a flow of a game, because he's been laying out ground balls since the 3rd inning, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. Easy for the Guardians, known as one of the better defensive teams in the league.
Well, we told you at the start, Bieber does not have great numbers against the Yankees, but he's pitched a very good game other than that 1st inning as he deals outside the bullpen.
There are young pitchers on both sides of this one who can admire what Bieber has done tonight and probably learn from it. You know, the stuff that you take out of the bullpen is not necessarily the stuff you're going to have in the game. Even if you start slow, make an adjustment, figure out a way.
High fly ball, right center. Brennan makes the play to retire Volpe, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and because of the DP, nobody left. After 6.5 time for the stretch, 2-2.
Hey, Dad. I got an A in my book report. And I scored a goal on Ashley.
That's cool.
And I went for a walk in the woods, and I didn't get a single flea or tick on me.
You are just the best.
Probably because of that flea and tick medicine you've been ordering from Chewy.
We are very proud of you.
You never stop surprising us, Bailey. Right? I'm great.
You are great.
I wonder if Bailey's ever done a book report.
Be nice to your sister. What flea bit him?
Pets aren't just pets. They're more. This flea and tick season, trust America's #1 pet pharmacy, Chewy.
New chicken nuggets from KFC?
Everybody's gonna want these. Let's eat these inside.
Try new Kentucky Fried Chicken Nuggets. You've never had nuggets like these.
After months of hibernation, it's time to reemerge. Let spring inspire you to start fresh, too, behind the wheel of a new Ford SUV, featuring power that invigorates, capability to venture way off the grid, and tech that helps you forge a new path. It's a big world. Get out there and experience it. Right now, get a Ford Explorer with 0.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,500 bonus cash. Visit buyfordnow.com.
Time for your Ford Studio Update. Bob and Jack with you. Everybody just calm down is what Shane Bieber or Colton Brewer could have said today.
Star of the game for the Guardians has been Bieber because he didn't let the game get away from him. The star of the game for the Yankees has been Colton Brewer, coming into a bases-loaded situation and getting out of it, retiring 8 of 9 batters after Domingo Germán stumbled. He stabilized this game, giving the Yankees a chance to win it.
All right, we'll see if they can break through and take a lead coming up. Guys, back to you. See you on the postgame.
Thank you, gentlemen. 2-5-1 for the Yanks, 2-3-0 for the Guardians. Domingo Germán struggled. Giancarlo Stanton, bases loaded double, high off the wall of left for 2. Shane Bieber has settled down. Now Mike Zunino, 2 for 2, 2 doubles, a ribby, and a walk. And congratulations for Bieber, as the 7 innings will probably do it for him. Guardians will go to their bullpen in the 8th. And the Yankees go to the bullpen here in the 7th. Ian Hamilton takes over for Colton Brewer.
And we'll see if Hamilton can pick up on the momentum that Colton Brewer gave this Yankee team. Throwing up some zeros for a few innings, and Hamilton has been impressive with that slider, changeup, slambio that he calls it, and the fastball. I've been impressed with the fastball, how much life and spin he has on it, but tough task here, top of the lineup in the 7th inning.
Stephen Kwan will start it off. Want to know? Strange to see a Yankee uniform and somebody wearing that uniform with that sort of hair. Players aren't allowed. I don't know if the bat boy should be allowed.
You have to pick on them.
Not picking on them. They're rules. Rules are rules. I think he's disobeying 2 of them. I think there's facial hair, and I think there's obviously the hair is below the collar.
But the red shoes.
That's also against the rules. 3-1.
It's so important to be in the strike zone. Kwan here leading off the 7th inning in a tie game. That's something you want to start thinking about is the running game, possible hit and runs.
And Kwan works the wall.
This is what they do. They create stress when they get out on the base paths.
Kwan leads up first. Rosario 0 for 2 with a walk. 1-0. The Guardians play baseball with paper cuts. They hurt you with paper cuts, but they end up hurting you if you let them hang around. 1 more.
They're also very comfortable playing in these types of games, right? Close games late. I mentioned that game they won yesterday coming back. They're very comfortable in their own skin on how they play baseball.
Runner goes. Huge jump. Huge jump. Not even a chance for Trevino.
Well, the first mistake is the walk, giving him a free pass. The second mistake, not even paying attention, as Quan just cruises on in. Seen this a lot from Anthony Rizzo. The mound visits, trying to slow things down, slow the momentum down.
Now the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out. A 2-1 count on Rosario. Two and two.
I was asking around about the Guardians this afternoon, and they said, you know, they move runners over. It's an old school approach. A runner at second, nobody out. You'd expect something to be shot to the right side of the infield.
So 3-2. Hamilton checks Quan. Check swing and a walk. So 2 straight walks by Hamilton. And here's the dangerous Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 3.
If you're a Yankee fan sitting at home watching this one, you know that this man has been a Yankee killer his whole career in Cleveland, and he hasn't done anything tonight. It makes you even worry about him more.
And a strike on the outside corner. Ramirez with 173 home runs since 2017. The only 2 players who have hit more. Aaron Judge and Mike Trout. 1-1. Grounded to first. Rizzo goes to second, gets 1. No return. And moving to third is Quan. Let's take a look at the pitch by pitch. Brought to you by Sage.
Again, a very dangerous hitter against the Yankees. First pitch fastball for a strike. Then he throws that Slambio down and in for a ball. Another one that just sits middle, but Ramirez has rolled over a few pitches tonight that he's had to drive. Yankees will definitely take that.
Pitching decisions presented by Sage. So by going to second, Rizzo keeps the double play alive. He holds Ramirez at first. Naylor's at the plate. Naylor is 0 for 3. 2-2 game, bottom of the 7th. First and third, 1 man out. That one's ripped into center field. Judge is there to make the play. Tagging is Quan. He'll score easily. Throw comes into second. Sac fly for Naylor, and it's 3-2 Guardians.
Manufacturing a run. A couple of walks, a ground ball, and a line drive to center field. It's Cleveland Guardian baseball right there, putting a run up on the board.
Crowd of 19,278 on a Monday night here in Cleveland. And Trevino goes out and talks with Hamilton.
You got to believe the running game is going to be part of this with Ramirez at first base. 3 stolen bases, hasn't been thrown out all year, and we saw what Quan did, getting that amazing jump off of Hamilton.
So Bieber, who has not picked up a victory despite 2 good starts, now he's on the winning side if his bullpen can do the job. As the Guardians lead 3-2. Strike. Jimenez is 0 for 3. He did score a run when he reached on a E1 by Herman. Count 0-2.
Has a spin like a slider, but it darts down and away like a changeup.
Runner goes. No throw. Easy stolen base for Ramirez.
Well, we're watching Hamilton like the rest of the league, and the running game might be a factor for him. Doing a great job holding these Guardian runners.
4 stolen bases for the Guardians. Swing and a miss. Jimenez down on strikes. 1 run, no hits. 1 man left. We go to the 8th. 3-2.
According to the Environmental Protection Agency, only 32% of recyclable material in the United States makes it into the recycling bin. But an amazing thing happens when you recycle. Things that may have only been single-use can now come back as something new. That recycled plastic can come back as shoes, backpacks, even cabinets and carpeting. You don't need to be a magician to give new life to plastic products. You just need to recycle. Learn more at recyclingfacts.com.
We about to kick it up a notch like we ain't stopping now, we going all night. I'm on another level, Claxton, let's go!
Aaron Judge, case closed. Mikal Bridges, major elevation.
Yeah, we about to turn it up.
Bases loaded. Stanton, big win for the Yankees. Cole, swing and a miss, got him. A 1-2-3 inning. See ya! A walk-off home run by Aaron Judge.
Victory at the buzzer.
We gonna turn it up. We gonna see what's up.
The Yes app is more. More ways to watch and experience live Yankees, Nets, and Liberty games. More ways to interact with family and friends with Yes Watch Party. And more ways to win big cash prizes with Yes Pick and Play games. For the best seat in the house, download the Yes app now. And of course, direct to consumer is also available if you're not part of the cable bundle to watch the Yankees, the Nets, and Liberty. Hyundai scoreboard. Guardians 3, Yankees 2. James Karinchak takes over for Bieber, and he'll face the top of the Yankee order. Hard-throwing right-hander.
Karinchak has had a problem with this pitch timer. Remember last year, he would flip the ball in his hands an awful lot. He's had to change a lot of his game.
Made 4 scoreless appearances in the playoffs last year. Missed the first half of the season with a right upper back strain. Came back, had a 2.0 ERA and 62 strikeouts in 39 innings. He's amped up on the mound, very
is the flipping of the baseball that he used to do a whole lot more last year. He had to cut it out because of that pitch timer. He's got good stuff. Great curveball.
From Newburgh, New York, and he grew up a Yankees fan. 5th big league season. Last year he changed his number to 99, which was Ricky Vaughn's number in the movie Major League. Diving and not getting in his straw, and the ball gets by him. Gleyber Torres goes to second. He's heading to third. The throw is not in time. A triple to open up the 8th inning for Gleyber Torres.
Well, first of all, good piece of hitting with 2 strikes for Gleyber Torres, putting it in play on a line, and a bad decision by Straw, the Gold Glover, laying out for it. It gets by him, and Gleyber just puts his head down, the head first slide. Another look at the line drive. Thinks it might be caught. Now it's not, and he kicks it into another gear.
Well, the Guardians bring the infield in. Aaron Judge at the plate. Pitch inside, 1-0. Gold Glove winner last year, and a errant judgment. Check swing popped up. Jimenez makes the play. Runner stays put.
I mentioned he's got a big-time 12-6 curveball. You don't see this type of swing from Aaron Judge very often. Tries to hold up off the end of the bat.
Infield remains in for Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo's 1 for 3. And a fastball strike.
A lot of pressure on Mike Zunino, the catcher for the Guardians, with that curveball, the possibility of a ball in the dirt.
One. Tying run is at third. Yankees down 3-2, top of the 8th inning.
Where Rizzo is so tough. A runner at third, less than 2 outs. Just ability to put the ball in play.
Right in on the hands, foul back. Swing and a miss. Got him with that curve, 2 away. Now the infield could back up.
Wow, Aaron Judge, a little check swing, and Anthony Rizzo with 2 strikes choking up and swinging right over the top. That curveball that just drops right out of the strike zone. That's a big-time pitch.
So here's Stanton. He's driven in both Yankee runs. He takes high, 1-0. Gleyber Torres started the inning with a triple. 2 outs later, he's still on third. Fouled it back. 1-1.
These are big-time matchups. Aaron Judge, Anthony Rizzo, and now Giancarlo Stanton. He was right on time with that fastball, trying to pick up his teammates.
Foul ball off the end of the bat, 1-2. And Zunino wants to talk with Karinchak. Straw shades Stanton toward right center. Rest of the defense straight away. Swing and a miss. Karinchak, big time pitching. Runner at third, nobody out, and he gets out of it. Skips off the mound to the delight of the crowd. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Guardians 3, Yankees 2.
If Jimmy John's new caprese salami pesto was really Italian, it would have
fresh mozzarella, balsamic glaze.
Who are you?
Stevie. We met at Jimmy John's.
Same name.
Same sandwich order?
No.
Jimmy John's new caprese salami pesto.
Intuitive technology. Striking lines. Impeccable details. Genesis. Proof that transformation begins from the inside out. During the Genesis Signature event, lease the 2023 Genesis G70 for $459 per month exclusively at your Tri-State Genesis retailer.
It's amazing to think that my grandmother started Bigelow Tea right here in New York. And today, we're still a family company. And you have to remember, tea, that's all we do. So every cup counts. That means never compromising. My family won't let that happen. And our extended family, they give their all every single day. And our community, well, they expect that.
I want a cup of Bigelow Tea to be a moment just for you. That's what I hope for.
Can you hear me calling out your name? I wanna be with you everywhere.
Ego, Milwaukee, Steel, all the top-rated brands, all run on their own single battery system, and all come from one source, your local Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-2 Guardians. Josh Bell leads off. First pitch fouled off. And that got a piece of Jose Trevino. Well, Warren Zevon had a song about people like James Karinchak. Excitable boy.
There's a lot of energy in that Guardian dugout right now. There was a lot of energy coming off the mound.
Loop to right field, and it's a foul ball. Well, that's the closer, Emmanuel Clase. The Yankees have had some success against him, but he has filthy stuff. Swing and a miss. Bell down on strikes. Time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, it's an electric moment, and there's a lot of energy out on the mound with that 12-6 curveball to Judge. Now to Rizzo. What's Stanton going to get? The elevated fastball, and Karinchak loves every bit of it. Your Audi Electric Moment.
Here's Will Brennan. 1-0. On Brennan. Brennan 0 for 1, sack fly and a wall. Reno. 4 straight pitches to walk Brennan. This is how Hamilton got into trouble in the 7th. Walked the first 2 batters, and Quan came around to score. The difference in the game right now, the 3rd run. Well, Clase is going to face Calhoun, 0 for 3 tonight. Trevino, 1 for 3. And Cordero, 0 for 4. Trying to keep him close. Zunino with a walk and 2 doubles tonight. Also has an RBI. Guardians have stolen 4 bases tonight. And there's a strike, 1-1.
See Jose Trevino behind the plate actually dropped his glove to let Hamilton know he wanted him to throw over. I wonder if Hamilton not getting a good look over his left shoulder at the base runners leading off at first.
High drive, left field. That ball is off the wall. It's stuck in the wall. So that's a double. A run will score. Well, the run should go back to 3rd if it's stuck in the wall. And I think he will have to. It's stuck between the padding and the scoreboard.
Zunino has had himself a big night, and he's done it all on off-speed pitches from right-handers. This is a break for the Yankees, as I think this ball comes off the wall. Brennan's probably going to score from first, but it gets caught up there. Take a look at Brennan. Gets a good jump coming around second. He's probably going to score on this, so a good break for the Yankees.
What are the odds of that? So Matt Blake goes out to talk with Hamilton. You have Clase lurking. So you want to stop it right here. Do not let these 2 runners come home.
You got to bring the Yankees defense on the infield in, trying to cut that runner down. Brennan at 3rd.
The infield is way in. Not just on the lip of the grass. They are way in. You see Rizzo there. And Abreu warming for the Yanks. Popped up and out of play.
Well, we mentioned it was going to be a short bullpen tonight. Definitely some arms down out there, so Hamilton having to try to work his way through the 7th and the 8th inning here.
Two and one.
We know Trevino likes to throw the ball around the diamond, trying to help his pitcher out here, trying to get a pick off of third, but the throw so far, or the pitch is so far out over the plate, and he comes up and hits Larry Vanover in his mask.
3-2. Brennan is at third. Zunino with his third double is at second. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Hamilton. 2 away. Now the infield could back up with Kwan coming up.
They did a good job of setting up this slider changeup down by pounding strong with fastball after fastball after fastball. Gets a weak swing and a miss.
Kwan 2 walks tonight. 0 for 2. First pitch strike from Hamilton. Second and third, 2 outs. Grounded to Rizzo. He'll take it himself, beats Kwan to the bag, and Hamilton works into and out of trouble. Do the Yankees have a rally in their bones? We go to the ninth.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
I'm Barry Colstein. I am a second-generation violin maker. In my line of work, it's so essential to have the right tool. 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I chose CyberKnife. It only hit the tissue that was affected by the cancer. Virtually no side effects. The CyberKnife team was truly amazing. I'm healthy, and I'm basically cured.
Call to schedule an appointment.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back.
USAA? You were in the military?
Oh no, I wasn't, but my grandpa was. He joined USAA, passed membership to my mom, then to me.
There's other ways to get in?
Yeah. My neighbor Ron, he's in because his wife served. Even little Luna, once she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And banking.
Where's my phone?
Over there.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
Well, you're not going to want to miss one of the hottest Yankee Stadium giveaways of the season on Friday, April 14th. It's Tino Martinez bobblehead night. And the first 18,000 guests will get a Tino Martinez bobblehead, courtesy of Bank of America. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Well, Hamilton got out of trouble. Keeps it a one-run game. Now the Yankees turn their attention to Emmanuel Clase. 2 saves in 5 games this season, 25 years old, 4th big league season, an all-star last year. Since 2021, leads the majors in reliever ERA, opponents on base percentage, and opponents slugging percentage. Second to Clay Holmes in ground ball rate, second to Adam Simber in games, and 4th in saves. He can pitch.
He is a good one, and the numbers prove it right there since 2021, but hasn't gotten off to the greatest start this year. The fastball velocity down just a tick. It's still upper 90s. Against a guy, Willie Calhoun, who's had a couple of good at-bats tonight. Hit the ball hard.
1 for 3. The fastball usually at 100 miles an hour. It's down to 98. The cutter's usually 92. It's down to 90. DJ LeMahieu comes out on deck to pinch hit for Trevino. Calhoun fouls it away the other way. And hits the screen. Unplayable.
Yankees trying to take advantage of that break they got on that Mike Zunino double that hung up in the wall, as Hamilton was able to strand a couple, keep this thing a one-run game.
Popped up again. And it makes the seats. Clase sets and deals the 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. One down. Well, fans, stay tuned. After the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame, and get highlights, analysis, and player reaction from the clubhouse, plus Aaron Boone on the manager's report. So here's LeMahieu pinch hitting for Trevino. Up and away, 1-0.
Well, this is not the easiest assignment for DJ LeMahieu when you're used to being an everyday player getting your 4 at-bats tonight against a top closer.
Ground ball to Ramirez, glove side. Yankees down to their final out.
Cleveland has been solid in the field, and another solid defensive play by Ramirez for the second out. All comes down to Frenchie Cordero.
Cordero 0 for 2 with a walk. And the righty deals. There's a strike. One and one. If he gets on, IKF on deck. Had a big hit against Clase last April. One of Clase's few blown saves.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Never sleeps and find it's up to you, New York, New Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, it's up to you, New York, New York, New Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are